Hello, divine creators. Welcome to Demella Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is your collective weekly reading, and this is for the 22nd to the 28th of May 2023. Beautiful divine creators, happy solar return for all of you celebrating this week. Thank you so much for coming through into this physical reality, this physical time space, to assist in human ascension, to assist in the healing process, and of course for you to discover the powerful, beautiful, divine soul you are manifest in this physical reality. May you have a beautiful, beautiful day and time of celebration, of love, self-care. You are powerful, you are beautiful, and we celebrate your existence, and we celebrate your beautiful physical manifestation at this time. And of course, for each and every single one of you, have a blessed, abundant week. Okay, let us see what is coming through 22nd to 28th of May 2023. We trust you're all well, divine beings. Okay. At the center of the read, we have transformation, and we also have inner voice. For we felt this card have a bit of a tingle with us. Okay, so these are both at the core of this week's energy, transformation and inner voice. Okay, powerful energies as you now really align to the truth of you. It's a powerful awakening. Oh wow, a powerful awakening period for many of you, where you are having a huge soul breakthrough. That is a lot of wow, okay, quite a big aspect of your soul, of your source, which was not available for you in the past, which was hidden, which perhaps you suppressed, which required a healing in order for it to emerge, which required you to be in certain energies, which required the current energies we're in at this time for it to emerge, is coming through. Okay, so a soul compartment, a part of your soul which was lost, which was maybe damaged, is now healed and is returned to you and is ready to emerge, is ready to be shown to you. So you're having a beautiful transformation frequency at this time, a powerful rebirth, an emerging of an energy, of a divine frequency. There's a birthing of an energy from within you this week, and it's quite transformative in your physical reality. Okay, so whatever this powerful essence is, whatever this powerful energetic shift is that's coming through, that is expressing itself from within your source, it's having an effect within the physical reality, because as within, without. So it's also allowing for a transformation in your physical environment. So many of you are having a huge shift in your physical environment. The majority of you will definitely feel it in the soul space, while others, perhaps you won't really feel it so much in the soul space, but rather you will witness it more in the physical realm. And those experiencing in the soul space, you will feel in the soul space and also witness it in the physical. There is a physical component. For right now, we're in that space where the physical, the light, is to be as limitless and as fluid and as flowing as source energy. Just as the spirit realm, the shadow, is as fluid and as free-flowing as source energy. And you are asked to follow your inner voice through this experiencing, through these shifts. It is coming from your highest self, from the shadow, from the divine feminine into the physical. And you are asked to listen to your inner voice, your inner guidance system. That is where you are going to have peace. That is where you're going to find the clarity, the understanding to navigate these physical experiences, to navigate what is coming through for you at this time. It is it is not a time of overthinking, analysis paralysis, because you will not be able to cognitively logic the experience you are having. It is not something to be understood in the sense of logically trying to define it and trying to put word to it, trying to derive meaning from it. No, it is something that will be understood within its experiencing, within its manifestation, and you co-creating within the manifestation, you flowing within the process. It is for you to trust deeply what you're being guided to do this week, even though it feels very much at odds to perhaps what you would do, even though it might feel very much out of place. And some of you are already feeling these energies. The shifts for these energies started already in last week. So many of you might be feeling these even already today, from last week today. But this week, definitely you're going to be feeling these shifts if you have not, or witnessing them if you have not. So it is a time of powerful transformation. Listen to your inner voice and your inner guidance. Your soul might be asking you to do things, to step completely out of your comfort zone. And you might be thinking, oh no, Source, is it safe for me to do this? Or are you sure? Isn't this something I've already learned? Must I really put myself in that space again? I've been hurt in that space before. I've been hurt when I've been that open. I was open like that before to this kind of person. And now you're asking me, it's a different person, of course, but you're asking me to be open to a similar energy before and to trust. And Source says, yes, because why? You are different. You're at a higher frequency. Thus, even if this person coming through might seem similar, when you feel their energy, they feel so different, right? They feel so powerful. They feel so aligned to you. Yes, they might perhaps physically have the attributes and maybe their upbringing or their, whatever it might be very similar to the interaction you had with somebody in the past. And you're thinking, oh no, you've already almost blacklisted that kind of person, okay, no matter who it might be, like, oh no, okay, no longer engaging with that kind of person or that kind of personality or that kind of frequency, or somebody who's working in that industry or working in that space. I'm done with that energy, goodbye. And all of a sudden this energy comes back, but in a different being, and you think, and Source is saying, go there, open up, and you're thinking, really? Again, am I going to learn the same lesson? I'm going to be burnt. I've been burnt by this energy before, you're saying. And Source is saying, no. When you were in that other space with that different frequency, that different situation, that different person, that different experience, your energy attracted what you learned for lesson and for healing. Now your energy is at a very different space. And so what you're attracting is going to bring through a very different outcome. So it is really for you to trust deeply the guidance you're receiving at this time, even though it might feel very counterintuitive because you're sort of referring it to your past. And Source is saying, do not punish the new energies, do not punish the new transformations, do not punish the new experiences and manifestations with your experiences in the past. You're a very different person, you're at a very different frequency, thus you're attracting a very different frequency to you. And when you feel those energies, when you engage in that situation, when you feel those people, when you feel that situation, you feel the depth, you feel the connection, you feel that. And Source is saying the difference is, in that situation, even if it's a person, the person, it's no longer you feeling the soul, and yet the person is creating from the mind, from ego, and you overlooking that. This is you feeling the soul and the person creating from that soul space. So there's a huge difference in how the interaction and how the energies will now create. And you are also to now allow yourself a higher space, not be reactive, not be codependent, not expecting outcomes from the person, but being complete, or the situation or the experience, but being completely present in that moment and allowing whatever is to be received, whatever is to be offered, and then releasing it, not having a specific outcome or a specific goal in mind, okay? Not obsessing over the person or obsessing over the result or trying to make up or create a story which will fit into your reality, but simply being open and present, experiencing, and then releasing for the integration or the healing or the learning to evolve within its organic fluidity, within the unknown energies of the physical. If you're trying to understand, make meaning, derive meaning, then you are restricting the physical to the limitations and the restrictions of what has been known. So the known realm. And right now it's time for you to transmute the known light, the known physical, to the unknown light, the unknown physical, where the physical can now take a shape of source, and you discover the meaning, you discover the understanding, you discover the experiencing. And source is saying, trust your inner guidance, even though you might be... The only doubt you're having is fear of repeating past experiences, fear of being hurt again, fear of being overlooked or being neglected again. And source is saying, no, we would never guide you to those experiences. You are being guided to transformative experiences. You're being guided along your path of transformation. You're being guided along the path of your truth, the path of the unknown frequency. So simply trust where you're guided to. Trust openly and feel the energy. Let the energy you feel be your guide. Not let your mind with past experiences. Let the energy you feel in that moment be your guide, and you'll feel this is a safe space. I can trust here, and I'm simply going to flow and see where I am guided to, no matter how it manifests, whether it's with a person, whether it's a situation, whether it's at home, whether it's a career, whether it's just a personal experience, however it's panning out at this time. Okay. Ooh, look at that. And you don't even have to shuffle. The card is ready now. What is blocking this energy? What would be a challenge? The miser. Don't hold back. Okay. Don't hold back out of fear. Thinking, oh no. Very similar to the opening message. Thinking, oh no, I can't share that energy. I can't be this open with this person. I must close up, or I must put my guards up, put my walls up. I've sources saying, yes, you have come to a place where you are finally seeing your value and seeing your worth. You are finally honoring who you are. And yet now you're very protective of you, which is beautiful. But now don't hide who you are. Don't fear losing that which you are. There's a difference between acknowledging your power and living your power and being open and from that space, because then you only attract that which will align with that energy. Okay. But if you're hiding it now because you have found it, of course, now you're just going to close yourself off to beautiful energies, and you're going to also attract those who now want to take advantage, because that's the energy you're giving off. So be open to these new experiences. You cannot lose you. You simply had to release everything else that wasn't you, but now that you've found you, be open and share. And right now you're not sharing to people please. See, that was the lesson, for you not to just gush out your energy in order to please people, in order to feel that you're of use. You're always of use. You are source. You always have purpose. You are source. You're always wanted. You're source. You're always important. You're source. You simply had to be source and honor that space. So the Four of Pentacles energy here, of the Four Miser here, is for you to stand your ground, to be grounded in source and to shine, to be true, to own it, to not hold back. Don't hold back. Don't hide your gifts. Don't hold back. Don't deny yourself these beautiful, powerful energies, this beautiful, powerful healing that's coming through. Don't hold back. Don't do that to yourself. Don't hide that which is coming through for you at this time. Okay. Don't hold back. Okay, so the basis of this, the basis of you going through this powerful transformation and shining through, following your intuition, listening to the frequencies of the unknown, not holding back. The Rebel. Okay, this would be the Emperor energy in Tarot. We see you there. Look at you, breaking free of your chains, of your shackles, one with spirit, seeing your life through Source's eyes. Look at the beautiful colors you're wearing. You are now embracing all that you are, allowing all of your divinity to come through, right? Look at this very almost masculine in the human sense features, a beard and a very strong sort of like masculine physique. However, look at the colors, the rainbow colors, the beautiful cloak, the dress, it's the wings, everything is very feminine and colorful and open, and it is an embracing of the divine feminine and divine masculine frequencies. And it's you doing things your own way, in a way which honors you. How? By being at source, by allowing the physical to now take the shape of source, to be fluid like source, to be flowing, and you are now coming into your power. You are transforming into your power. This is the divine rebel, doing things your own way, that Aries energy, okay? And how does it serve you? It serves you by listening to source and then. Okay, it serves you by listening to source, listening to your inner guidance and creating from there. Not allowing the restrictions of the physical world to limit you, to hold you back, but also listening to source, listen to that guidance in order for you to create in a way which honors you, not in a reckless way. This isn't a reckless rebel, like, I don't care, I'm just going to do things my way, nothing can stop me, boom, 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 where you're not now heeding the guidance of your source, and so creating disastrous energies, creating these experiences you're not happy with. This is, yes, you saying, nothing can hold me back because I'm source. So I'm going to listen to the inner guidance of my truth. That source, that voice within me is me. I'm not going to rebel against me. I'm going to listen to that me, that source within me is the most powerful form of rebellion, because it's what transmutes this egoic illusion of a frequency into divine love, into truth, into authentic creation. And you're having a major breakthrough, a major transformation into your power. Beautiful energy. That's what Source is saying. Don't hold back. Don't hide this power. Don't punish these people perhaps returning into your life. Maybe it's new people. If it's people returning to your life, understand you haven't engaged in a few years. It's not somebody who you've maybe released a month or two ago. This is somebody you haven't really co-created with in years, and they have gone through a major transformation. They meet you where you are. You meet them where they are. They are also at a very high frequency, so they have done the work. You can only attract beings of that caliber, and Source is only guiding you to beings of that caliber. So even if maybe you're thinking, I don't know if I want to really engage in any of my past energies or past connections, but Source is saying go, 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 go. Source is saying that person has done the work. Go there, meet them anew, and you'll be surprised at what you receive. There is a healing there. There is a process there. You have both been on different journeys of ascension and transformation, and now it's time for you to co-create. Or if it's not a person, that experience has now grown, the frequency has shifted in that career, in that industry, in that workplace, in that home space, whatever it is, where now you can truly co-create in a space which is harmonious and which aligns with your power and your gifts and abilities to allow an ascension or a transformation or whatever it is, a co-creation within Source. There's a beautiful shift in energies that has happened. So Source is really saying, don't hold back, don't punish what is available to you now with past. Meet the situation where it is now, and follow your inner guidance, because it's really you navigating and creating through the powerful energies of the divine rebel, the emperor, you being empowered, the divine masculine frequency, the light, the physical realm, including you, including that person, including that situation, being as limitless and as fluid as Source, no longer rigid in definition. And look, in the past energies, yes, the outsider, you were left, you felt left, you felt, like an outsider. You were left outside. You were not able to engage with the world. You were not able to participate. You were not able to connect. You lost everything. You felt lackful. You felt at a great loss. You felt as though you didn't connect. You were not part of this world. You were not part of that frequency. And that's because you had to do all the work. And look, the lock, the padlock there, look at it. It's not locked. It's not locked at all. It's open. But you had to do the work. You had to do the work in order to see it's open, because only you could open it. Only you were the key. You had always been the key to unlocking this chain, to allowing yourself to be in that world where you can participate. You simply had to be a frequency. You had to shift yourself to a frequency in order for that world to be a frequency which honors you. And that is the work you have been doing, right? To raise your energy, to center in your truth, to be your authentic truth, thus allowing the shift in the energies in your co-creative frequencies, in order for now the world you're engaging in to honor you with likened energy. And so yes, you've done the work. It's time for whatever you lost, whatever you released, whatever what's taken from you, wherever you felt rejected, wherever you felt left outside, wherever you felt you were not wanted, whatever it is, you are now so wanted, so welcome, so invited into the warmth of this powerful energy. It's being replenished. What was left from you, whether it is connection, relationship, material wealth, all of the above, all of it, whatever was taken away had to be, in order for you to emerge in your truth, for the powerful transformation, for you to come into the rebirthing of you, into the power of you, into the truth of you. And now it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to receive the energies, now that you are finally a vibrational match to your desires and to the outcomes you have been asking for. Crowning. Projections. Look at this. That Seven of Cups energies. You see, you're finally now able, you're a vibrational match to what you are wanting. You're no longer a projection. You're no longer a mask hiding. Thus, you are only receiving the illusion of your desires, the illusion within the relationships. You're now your truth, seeing your truth. The divine feminine seeing the divine masculine. The shadow seeing the light, because you're both now creating from source. No longer these masks of illusions, these pretending what society wanted you to be, what you thought you had to be, playing these roles. No, you've now released projecting the idea of you upon experiences and situations. So Source is saying, don't project past on what's happening. Don't project your fear upon what's happening. See everything in its truth. Feel your way. Okay. It mirrors the Rebel card there, as above, below. So you are now in your power. You've now breaking through, claiming your truth. Remain in those frequencies of truth. And don't, whatever insecurities and fear, they're simply projections of your past self. And Source is saying, don't let that get into your way. Don't self-sabotage, okay? Don't let these projections keep you away from the beautiful energies you are now ready to receive and amass in your life. Near future, what's coming through this week, what's coming through. So again, the mind space, really just be in your truth, okay, this week. Don't listen to your head. Don't get in your head. Your head's just going to create illusion and fears based from past. And it's fear-based more than anything else, because you really don't want to repeat the lessons of the past. You're done. You're tired. Okay, you are tired of... And it's not in a bad way, but Source is saying, yes, we can feel that you're exhausted and tired. 9 of Wands energy of, fighting for your power, of grounding and this and clearing and learning and merging, saying, Source, we have done it so much, we're so happy. We're not interested in putting ourselves in situations where we now have to redo and relearn. If this outcome is going to be lesson, then let's just skip it. Let's just get ahead. I'm not going to fall for it. I don't want to do that. And so saying, trust us. We're not leading you down these paths, down these things for more of the lessons you have learned. This is now you attracting that which is aligned to where you are. And yes, perhaps superficially it might be taking a similar shape to the energies that had hurt you in the past, but energetically they are very different, and so they can only give you a very different outcome. Okay. Look at this beautiful energy with guidance, and this is the Three of Pentacles energy. So what you are receiving is stable and you can build upon it. And Source is saying we are guiding you. It's really coming through very clearly with the inner voice and guidance. Your higher self, your higher beings, your angelic beings, the spiritual team is guiding you to these paths of stability. Remember, your soul is the action energy at this time, and your soul has navigated all the different paths now leading you to your highest path, your highest frequency, your highest abundance, your highest love. And you in the physical realm have done all the work to ascend, to meet Source where Source is, to be the reflection, to be to be Source in physical form, the embodiment of Source. So now Source is saying we're guiding you now down this path. Don't look at the situations through your human eyes. Don't feel the situations through your human emotions. See the situation through Source's eyes. Feel it through Source's emotional body. Allow yourself to be at your highest capacity of frequency when you're navigating these energies, because you are being guided through a higher past. And don't fear, oh, but if I do this, is this a waste of money? Is it a waste of time? Is it a waste? You will always have resources come in. You are looked after now. So where you are now, you are attracting more in. So don't be so miserly thinking, oh, I must keep this in, and I don't want to be this way. I don't want to be overspendy. Source is saying right now you are not spending money or spending your energy in a way which is reckless. Okay, you're not spending for the sake of spending. You are actually feeling this feels aligned, that doesn't feel aligned. You are navigating your energy expenditure, your financial expenditure, your material expenditure, emotional expenditure, whatever you're giving time to, whatever it is, the way in which you are gauging it is through Source. So don't worry about losing or about being reckless. This is divine rebellion, where you are aligning with Source and then you are not creating from the absence of, which is why Source is saying really follow your intuition and don't let past energies of who you were hold you back, or past experiences hold you back, or how that person was in the past to hold you back from engaging with them now, because they also learned. If you think of where you were when they were, okay, imagine in the past, maybe think of yourself 10 years ago and think of the person you were, and think of how maybe you had treated people or how you had reacted. Now imagine that, and maybe that person didn't treated you with love. That person was really, really lovely. That person was really, really a beautiful soul, and yet where you were at the time, you were not able to receive it. You were not able to appreciate it. So the way that you were and the what you demanded from them, the codependency, all of that, perhaps it caused a rift. It caused a malalignment, or maybe you didn't even have a relationship. You just felt their energy, but you were not at a space ready to receive who they were. They were not ready to receive you. You were not ready to receive each other. Now imagine they now meet you where you are now. Would you want them to judge you for how you were back then? Or would you rather them know who you are now and them meet you where you are now? Or would you prefer if they punished you for who you were then, and so they only see you how you were 10 years, even though now you can't even recognize yourself from 10 years ago? And Source is asking you the same. Release where they were. Release what that situation was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. We feel 5 years ago is probably that is almost the minimum time in which this situation or this person was released from you. If it's not a new thing completely, it's either a new brand thing, a new brand spanking new thing completely, and you're simply worried about it because you're worried that you're going to mess it up, or you're worried that it's another trick. And Source is saying, no, if it's a new energy, no, it's manifest completely from new energies from where you are, so you don't have to worry about that. If it's a returning energy, at minimum about 5 years, okay. 5 years you haven't engaged with the situation or this person, and in that experience you're engaging. But most of the co-creations will be longer. It feels you haven't seen this person in 10, even perhaps 20, or the situation, this scenario, this physical co-creation in about 10 or 20 years. And now it's returning to you anew, aligning to you, and it's stable. You can build upon it. Okay, you're being guided by your highest self. Your power at this time. Your power at this time. Look at this maturity, the Ace of Pentacles energy. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you. Knowing your worth, knowing your value. And that is where you are. You are within your worth, within your value. Look at this powerful flower, this beautiful daisy opening up in your third eye, in your crown space. Why? Maturity. The seed doesn't know the flower. The seed doesn't even know it has the potential to become a flower. It simply trusts. And that is a quote from the Osho deck, from one of the cards. I believe the card is courage, where that comes from. And we feel it resonate really from here quite a lot, where you are no longer deciding the outcome. You're allowing yourself to discover the outcome. You don't even know the flower you're going to be. You don't even know the petals, the color, the kind. You don't even know you're a flower. That's how much you've released. You have no idea what you're going to be. You're simply knowing your worth, knowing your value, and that is where you are navigating from. So you don't know what the outcome of this relationship is going to be. You don't know how that other person is going to be. You're no longer deciding. You are rather feeling your way through the value and the honoring of who you are. You can feel the experience. You know what? This experience feels good, feels aligned with me, feels aligned with my energy. Or if you are allowing your multi-vibrational frequency at this time, it feels aligned with our energy, with our frequency. It feels that it is in the harmony of us, the harmony of me. I do not feel any negative here. Source is saying yes. We feel the guidance of Source. I feel the guidance of Source. We are not being pulled. It just feels good. And the only thing that's making us doubt it, that's making me doubt this new path, is the past, is the fear of being hurt again. It's the fear of being taken advantage of again. It's me fearing that I'm again being gullible. I'm not being mindful of my energy grid. I'm also saying, oh goodness, you've done so much work. You're so mature. You've grown up. You have matured. You have spiritually matured. Okay, you are very different from how you were 10 years ago. You're no longer reckless, disregarding your source. You are now aligned with the source you are within, and it's time for you to now trust where you are guided to, and trust your experiences, even though it does feel like it's a lot of unexpected opportunities, unexpected co-creations, and you're finding yourself just saying yes where you usually say no. You're just feeling, it feels so good here, yes, and then a couple hours later or a day later, you think, oh, why did I commit to that? Why did I say yes? Oh no, what did I do? Why? And that's also saying it's because now you are thinking about it. Don't think about it. In the moment it felt right, you said yes, remain there. Okay. Feels like a very fun, adventure-filled week, I've got to say. And it is that time of discovery. It is that time of adventure. So allow yourself that adventure. And yes, adventure takes risks, right? You risk leaping into the dark, leaping into the unknown. And Source is saying these are that divine rebellion risks. These are positive risks upon you, because you are now taking that leap of faith within the guidance of Source. You're taking that risk within the guidance of Source, no longer within fear, but within love. Look at this. The energies around you. The energies around you turning in. And this is that Four of Cups energy. You're now receiving without knowing the outcome. That's what's happening with the energies around you. You're now receiving these opportunities which you didn't even think of. You didn't even expect them to come through. But here they come, these opportunities, and you're like, okay. And Source is saying, what's freaking you out, look at these inner voices in your mind. What's freaking you out is because It's an opportunity, it's a situation, it's a co-creation, it's a relating which you didn't plan for, which you didn't foresee coming, which you didn't direct. So that's why you're doubting and questioning and so saying, no, go within, be there, remain within, within your frequency. And when you're navigating, when you really feel that energy and you feel that situation, or you feel that relationship, or you feel that outcome, or you feel that co-creation, it feels like peace. But when you think of it, oh, then it's cloudy and murky and it's noisy. So just remain there. Remain in that inner voice, that inner guidance. This is the environment around you. The environment around you requires you to remain within, because that's where the environment around you is. It's within, it's at source. The environment around you and the co-creations you're having at this time are within source. They're within source. The person, the experience, the situation within source. And so you've been asked to truly align and to truly trust in the inner flow you are now creating in. Okay. Environment around you, source, as you are now source, within your worth, within your value, within your truth. Okay. Let us see your hopes and fears, your hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Look, existence. Number one, the magician. Yes. Nothing to fear. This is your manifestations. This is your alchemy. You are the creator. You are now finally the creator of the world. And look, open, naked, vulnerable before source, before existence. You are not cowering. You are not hiding. You're not ashamed. You're not ashamed. You are open. Wow, we received a huge download right now from, again, this has nothing to do with religion. Understanding that many of the religious teachings we received were channeled messages, but over time humans remixed them in order to control and enslave humanity for the purpose of egoic domination. So understand that. So, but where we were taken was the Garden of Eden as in the frequency of its true channeling, the true frequency of healing that came at the time. And Adam and Eve, the divine feminine and masculine energies, the shadow and the light, the physical and the non-physical were open and naked, no shame, allowing themselves to take limitless form through source, through the divine frequency, to take the shape of source, to take the shape of creation. Only when they took of the fruit of knowledge, which was the fruit of other people's knowledge, that is what it means. You cannot help but learn on earth. You cannot help but learn in the physical. You cannot help but learn in the spirit. Source cannot deny you knowledge. As soon as you exist, you begin learning. It's just the way it is. No matter where you are, no matter where you're placed, when you open your eyes, when you feel your way, you're already receiving information, you're already learning. It's immediate learning. All you were asked to do was remain open, remain innocent, so that whatever you are learning is born from you within. You are guiding yourself to your own knowledge, your own experiencing of things, your own conclusions, your own understanding, your own frequency. You are creating through source, and so then you are co-creating energies and physical manifestations born of source, not the fruit of other people's knowledge. Fruit born of other people's knowledge. Okay. And that is what you're coming now to understand and to embody. Okay. Of course, we understand that fruit of other people's knowledge was a healing. It was the only way to transmute the energies, the only way to see how humans were creating at the time. The only ways to see how you were creating at the time is, of course, to see the insecurity before you release it. So it was actually a deeper learning of enlightenment, a deeper learning. That snake energy, transmutation energy, a deep medicine, taking all the poisons in order for you to transmute them into the antidote. Now you can heal it, and you can also heal it within others. And that was the powerful alchemy that a lot of us healers and a lot of beings at this time had to go down in order to assist to heal humanity into their higher frequency. And now that you have done that, now that you received the fruit of other people's knowledge, and you received all that poison, and you've transmuted it now to healing, now release it. Shed that skin and become the truth of you by remaining open and naked. There's no blaming now of the snake. You understand exactly why the snake said, take that fruit of other people's knowledge. How else can you see how you are creating in a way which doesn't serve you? Once you've taken it, release it, and remember to always take from the fruit of source. Powerful energies when you no longer blame the external for what you are partaking and participating in, which is your own creation. So do not fear in your hopes and fears. Do not fear that you are now going to create in an illusion. You have released the illusion. You have released the fruit of other people's knowledge. You are now open, naked, and vulnerable. You're allowing Source to see you clearly, completely as your truth. You're allowing existence to be the fruit born of Source within you. You're allowing yourself to be seen as such. Only the energies within Source, only the energies which are seen, which are open, can align with you. There's no need for you to fear. Know that all of your hopes and dreams are coming true because you are the alchemist. And know there's nothing to fear because you are the alchemist. You finally reclaimed your power as divine alchemist, divine rebel, creating through your truth. And you are really having a major awakening to this week, a major transformation. However it is experienced, some of you, it's a very spiritual transformation, awakening process. Some of you, it's a very physical. Some of you, it's a blending of both. It really is unique to your divine path. Okay, the outcome. The outcome for the week. The Lovers. Ooh, divine love. Yes. Creating within divine love, which is the discovery of love, which is the co-creation through source love, releasing of the conditioned mind, the past mind, the known mind, releasing of the conditioned heart, the past heart, the known heart, creating now of the unknown heart, the unknown mind, the unknown physical, open for the manifestations born of the source you are. Twin flame relationships, twin flame co-creations. And it is now a higher frequency of twin flame. It's no longer that, oh my goodness, that person who's mine, and forever mine, my one. It's no longer that egoic, claiming, needy, codependent, desperate need for connection. You are source. You need nothing and no one to be. It is not a punishment. It is not meaning you will not have anyone. Oh, you're going to have everything. You can have everything. But surely you wish to have everything in alignment to your divine love, not within fear, not within neediness, not within attachment and greed, codependency, but within freedom. Surely you want the person to be free. You don't want someone to come to you and you decide, you are mine now forever, enslaved by me. You now can never change. You have to do what I want to do. Imagine, and you call that love. How possibly can that be love? Enslavement of another being's consciousness, of your consciousness. No, you have ascended beyond such human egoic notions of twin flame energy. Twin flame is you are source creating, the other is source creation, the others are source creating, the experiences are source creating. Everyone has the potential to be your twin flame. It doesn't mean romance, another human conditioned notion. It simply means we are source, you are source. We are divine love, you are divine love. This is love creating, the lovers. Love at first sight. For we are love, you are love, love seeing each other for the first time. Truly seeing each other. Truly seeing each other's souls, for we co-create from that soul space. And this is the outcome for this week. all of your, look at how it mirrors the crowning energy here. All of your desires, that Seven of Cups energy, all of your desires, your outcomes, your goals, your relationships, everything now from the truth. No longer the projections, no longer the illusions, but from the discovery of the love. Look, you're no longer these immature human connections. You are now source. Look at the universe within your hair. They are source. Look at the universe within their hair. We now create from that space and allow whatever that relationship to be to manifest in the physical, whether it be romantic, friendship, companionship, family. It is source creating with source. And this card represents Gemini, and we are moving into Gemini season this week. So, beautiful confirmation that Gemini season is to be like no other, where we create from source and only source. And for you to trust now, because now that which you co-create in with is divine love, is divine source. Let's see what's happening at the bottom. The bottom of the tarot. Overall energy, 9 of Swords. Sorrow. It is time that you release fear. You release worry and anxiety. You release the sorrows of your past. You release the pity party. You release all that you've been through, and oh, but I've been through so much. So Source is saying, claim your power. You know why you went through so much. You know exactly why you experienced those things. You're a healer, and you came to heal it. Claim it. Understand it. So it can empower you. So you can release it. So you can release it and no longer be enslaved by that past sorrow. Don't let anxiety and fear rule you, because it means you're simply allowing those past experiences to keep enslaving you. Let them go. You know exactly why you experienced what you experienced in the past. You know it. You've taken accountability for your own actions, and you've held everybody in that situation accountable for their actions. You no longer excuse their actions. You no longer excuse. However, you've also taken accountability of how you co-created energetically. So now you understand the lesson that you learned. You understand the healing that went through. And now let go. Let go. In order for you to finally trust what comes in, because it's coming in through love, through you, through love, through you, through love, through you, through love, through you. And you will be able to feel it should it feel off. And Source will guide you with a resounding no, should it not work for you. You will know the no. It'll feel like no. It'll feel slimy. It would feel just like as if you're swimming within water with an oil slick, just not clean, not clear, murky and oily. It'll just not feel refreshing. It'll feel heavy. It'll not feel aligned. You will know when it's a no. So when it feels like a positive yes, and it feels light, don't let your fear hold you back. Step fearlessly into the new. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck again. Thank you, Source. The Fool card. Yes. Look at you. Step fearlessly into the unknown. And why do they call this card the Fool? Because everybody looks at that person. Look at them, how foolish they are, speaking to that person again, or going to that place again. But the Fool knows. The Fool knows. Wait a minute. The only reason why that place or that person treated me the way that I had been treated was because that was what I was calling. That was where I was in my energy. But I've done the work. I've done the work. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my multicolored cloak. I've done the work to empower myself into the divine frequency of Source. I've done the work to allow myself to become the shape of Source energy. I've done the work to allow myself to live a life that reflects the truth of me. So now, as I fearlessly take that deep plunge in that space, I know it will be a different outcome. Yes, they might call me a fool, because They maybe had a very bad experience with that person many, many years ago, but that was their energy. We are feeling aligned to this person, and they feel like they have gone through it, just as we have. And we can feel they are at a place of love, just as we are. And that is where we create. That is where we remain. That is where we feel aligned. So, don't let the past sabotage your experiencing of the new with fear, anxiety, and frustration, and a sadness which no longer is you. Okay. Allow yourself the embodiment of the new energies, the new frequencies coming through this week. Powerful transformation, powerful awakening of experiences, of your personal experiencing, of relationships, of creations, of co-creations, of situations, of environments. Oh, the possibilities are endless and limitless. Why? For you are an endless, eternal, limitless source creator of love. Hello, divine creators. We're about to finish this reading, and Source said, please look again under the deck. And we saw guilt and playfulness. Okay, Source. Yes. Okay, so with this relating relationships and the new coming in, okay, and this is particularly with, it feels romantic connections or with friendship connections. Maybe somebody in your past, say a friend of yours dated someone many years ago and they broke up, and now 5-10 years later that person connects with you, and that person has been through a huge awakening, and you are now both aligned to a friendship or to a love. Don't let guilt hold you back from, oh, but I can't because they did my friend. And no, Source is saying release the human possessiveness of people. Okay, the bro code, the girl code, that is all human illusion. Okay, you are all divinely free. Be open, be honest with, if that person still your friend, is still in your life, be open and honest with them, but allow them their own reaction to it, allow them their own understanding of it. If they're upset at you, then they need to understand that, first of all, they cannot limit you to who you feel aligned with, and they cannot decide that whoever their exes are that is not your thing. It is very much time that humans ascend beyond that very childish behavior, Source is saying, of possessiveness. Okay. You'll know whether it's aligned. And it doesn't feel like it's somebody, okay, this is not a situation where that person was very like physically abusive, or it wasn't that. And more often than not, it's actually just not an alignment, or perhaps it was your friend who was actually being unreasonable and you knew at the time that actually you are the one who's quite codependent. No wonder he or she or they ran off. You knew that then, but you were not attracted to them at all, but you understood perhaps why it didn't work out. Now this person comes into your life unexpectedly, boom, because it's just now Source aligning you both. Source is saying, you can imagine your spiritual team is it has created your online dating profile in the spirit world, and you're now having these physical speed dates or meet cutes, and you are now just connecting with people who you didn't expect to connect with, and you are hitting it off, and they are making you nervous and making you shy, and they are just being this energy which you didn't really know they could stir in you. And it's either a friendship or it's a relationship or even maybe a work co-creation. Maybe in the past, again, it doesn't feel like whatever they did in the past was malicious. If anything, it was simply an immaturity on their part, where they weren't grounded enough in their energy to create in an awakened way. So now you are connecting now, and they're saying don't let guilt, because it feels for the most part you're not even seeing that friend or that whoever would feel betrayed by this connection, or whoever you feel guilty of betraying, they're not even in your experience, because you've outgrown them. They're part of the people you released, part of the frequency you released, or that situation was something you released. And you're just simply, it's guilt. It's an old conditioning of guilt that's holding you back from this renewed connection, okay? And if it's not that, maybe you feel guilty for how perhaps you treated the person in the past, and you feel, no, I'm not worthy of this, whatever it is, whatever the guilt might be, release it and adopt rather playfulness, openness, childlike behavior, not that childish behavior, bro code, go, no, childlike behavior, where you're now open and innocent and open and playful. What does this mean? And it's also not oh, we're connecting, now we have to be together, now we have to know. It's, you're also not deciding conclusions about how things must be. Playfulness. Okay, we're vibing. I wonder what that means. I'm open. I'm going to just be playful and light and experience and see how this goes. I'm going to take that leap of faith and I'm going to be playful. I'm going to be happy. See, just look at the contrast between past sorrow and guilt holding you back. The fears, right? The hopes and fears. This is when you're in the illusion, when you're letting the illusion, the fruit of other people's knowledge govern your experience, your past experiences, your past knowledge, your past experiencing, versus, we are open. We are open, we're naked, we're vulnerable, we're happy, taking that leap of faith. Look at that, look at this divine love, playfulness, source creating, okay? So, just Source is saying, just to add an extra texture, an extra layer, playfulness, and yeah, we don't know why that bro code, we feel, especially when it's romantic relationships, there's this whole bro code, girl code, this before that and that before this. Source is just saying, honestly, with all well-intentioned meaning, grow up. You are source creators, and it's time for you now to honor the vibration as it is. And the grow up isn't necessarily for you, it's for the other person and how they might feel. The betrayal, there's no such thing. They need to get over the situation, they need to learn, they need to grow, they need to understand that wasn't an alignment for them, and they need to release people. You cannot own people. You cannot own anyone. So it is time for you to break free from those limitations. Be the fool, be playful, be happy, be joyous, transmuted, be love. Yes, and blessed, 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 blessed happiness for each and every single one of you. Blessed be.